issue is I'm out here hustling, I'm out here working, and how do I as a woman feel like I could respect you when I come home and see you in the same place I left you in? You're in bed or you're just around the house chilling. And I don't even see certain things done around the house on a consistent basis. Maybe every once in a while you might decide to clean up, but I still have to pay for maids. Maybe every once in a while you might decide that you want to cook a meal, but at the end of the day, I still have a person that I hire as a house manager to cook meals. I start to resent you.
It's like, what are you here for?
Yes, I start to resent you because it's like, yo, like at least I could understand you being tired if you was at work all day, but I don't understand how you're even tired if you weren't doing the same. Like you don't have a job.
I thought this clip was hilarious because when a man say those same things, women act like they don't know what the hell you talking about. And I'm going to be honest because I take a little bit of what she's saying with a grain of salt because she's a prostitute. At the end of the day, you make money off showing your body. It's not the same, man. You're not going to put yourself in the category of a man working construction. You're not finna put yourself in the category of a plumber or one of these men that's going out here to one of these corporate jobs working 16 hours. You're not going to put yourself in that position. You're not going to sit here and act like you working all day, shaking your ass. Stop it, first and foremost. But when men say this same shit when it comes to women, hey, if you're going to be a stay-at-home mom, it need to look like something happened in this mug. It need to look like you've been busy here. I want to go in the Bible, man, because I want to address that first and foremost, because in today's society, we move like this is an okay thing. All money ain't good money. This Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 18, thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow. For even both these are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Right? So what is that telling you? All money ain't good money. If I can't use my money and give it to God, I don't need it. Let's read it again. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow. For even both these are abomination unto the Lord thy God. So your ill-gotten money is abomination to God, right? If I can't give it to God, why do I need it? That means you shouldn't be earning your money that way. You need to find another way to get your money. It is what it is. I want to establish that first. We're not finna put the prostitution, OnlyFans, adult film industry in the same bag as hardworking men that go out here and come back with their back hurting. They come back with their feet blistered. We're not going to do that. Because there's far more women living the stay-at-home life than men are. And let's be honest. What type of woman are you that you even allowing a man to do that? You look crazy. But when you say they masculine, you wrong, right? You wrong, right? Let's get some more. Because we make it far too comfortable for prostitutes to open their mouth and talk. I think in America, this is the only place where prostitutes can be famous and talk to the masses. Every other society, prostitutes are literally low tier. We don't want to hear from you. Kind of the same way that we look at blue collar men in America. Damn, you work construction? Shut the hell up. We don't want to hear nothing you got to say. You a bus driver? Oh, nah, we don't care what you got to say. But a prostitute can get online and say whatever they want to in America. Like they got some sense. Okay. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. Why did I get this? Right? Because that's what we see in America. Prostitution is running rampant in America. I don't care how you slice it. And one of the main reasons I feel like that is because of the low fatherhood rate. A lot of the women that's in a upper age now, I say 25 and up, they was raised without fathers. Now, the men that is around about this age now, they the ones having children. And they remember how it felt not to have a dad. So they trying to be more active as fathers, right? That's what the stats are showing, right? But you new fathers, please guide your children, the men and the women, so they make better choices in life, because we're struggling out here due to bad choices. It is what it is. But let's get into some deeper stuff. Let's get past the prostitution thing. I had to address that because they irked my soul to hear her speak like she was like a blue collar working and you shake your ass for a living. I don't want to hear that. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and verse 16. As the sun when it arises in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. Because this is where a woman should thrive at, right? It should be a level of atmosphere when you come into your house as a woman, right? When your man out working, he should come back and a smell should hit his nose. It should feel a type of way. Honestly, his body should relax so much that it's hard not to go to sleep when he come home. Let's read it again. As the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. Because this is what good wives do. They order the house. They make sure the house is running at a high clip. Because that's her job. That's what she was commanded to do according to the Bible. 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 14. The younger women bear children, guide the house. Right? That's commands. Actually, let's just go ahead and get it. Let's just go ahead and get it. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 14. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Let's read it again. I will therefore that the younger women marry, bear children, guide the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. Because let's be honest, that's where a lot of the confusion and the arguments start in the black community. We have men not knowing their role. We have women not knowing their role. And one of the main arguments in the black community is both sides arguing over roles. If the men would just step into their role, do what you're supposed to do. If you're already doing what you're supposed to do, she can't tell you what you're not doing. Same for a woman. If you already know what your role is, get into your role, do what you're supposed to do, so we can just move forward instead of going back and forth on who's supposed to do what. That's what it say. He said, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, because you outside your role. When you out of order, it's easy for people to point and say, oh, yeah, look at them. Look how they run their household. Look how they women act. Look how they women out here twerking. Look at they men out here with their pants below their butt. Ain't got no jobs. Ain't taking care of their kid. These are the things that's been going on over the years because we was out of order. It is what it is. Let's get some more. Let's get some more. And I know this was a woman speaking from a particular perspective on how she feel when she come home and her man has been sitting in the same spot. But let's be real, that's not the norm. It's not the norm for a man to be sitting at home while his wife is out working and he didn't clean up anything. That's not the norm. But we do see men complain about this all the time, and women dismiss it like that's not what's going on in these households, and why men are mad and why they saying, I need you to bring 50-50. Let's be real. That's the reason why the 50-50 conversation is really a thing for real. Let's be real. One, these women they don't want the regular lifestyle. They don't want the typical, we're not flashy. They want to look nice. They want things to be at a certain level, right? Bet. Okay, but at the same time, if you don't want to be a housewife and clean and cook and make sure everything nice in the household and make sure everything running smooth, you feel like that's slavery? Man, I'm going to have to get some up out of you. Okay, we can share the housework. That's a bet. Okay, you don't want to clean, you don't want to cook, you don't want to do no laundry. I can help with that. But you need to bring some bread in here, though. You need to bring some money in here, though. Because most women look at housework as slavery. You're slaving for a man. That's crazy. It's Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 27. She looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. This is a great precept for what the lady was talking about, right? Because if I'm going to be at work all day, what the hell you just sitting down for? You need to be doing something in the household. Let's read it again. She looketh well to the ways of her household and eateth not the bread of idleness. Because that's if I leave the house and you in the same spot as when I left, you've been idle. But the first part, it said, she looketh well to her household, right? She looketh well to the ways of her household. That means she's ordering things all right. She's looking at, okay, this need to be done. Okay, that need to be done. Let me go ahead and get this done before he get home. Okay, he on his way home now. Let me take a little quick shower. That's what a woman who's not idle is going to do. We're not finna sit here and act like these prostitutes out here just choosing niggas to be at home. Let's be real. Stop it, fam. Stop it. Stop. Let's be real. Ain't too many niggas trying to live with these women like that. You telling me, a black man, living at home, while you prostituting it up? You dealing with the bummiest of bums. And that's why I don't respect when these women be talking about these caliber of men. Them the niggas that you choose, because the average man with just an ounce of integrity, just an ounce of pride is not going to allow that. One, you being a prostitute. Two, you just living at home, not doing anything. So for you to choose that type of dude, it's because you can't get nothing else. It is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.